What's going on, Dragon Brawlers? Welcome back to the Zenkai series reveal series, which is, just going over all of the daily reveals that Bandai give us and talking about them, giving our first impressions. So today we're breaking down the SRs, what it looks of things, for both the Turtle School, which was Master Roshi, and the Demon Clan, which was Piccolo. Um, I'm excited to break into this. So let's talk about the fated rival Son Goku. It is a 6 cost, 4 specified green, 0-5 combo, 30k power. Double strike barrier, so not too bad stats. We've kind of seen them before. Evolve for free on a Son Goku childhood with an edge cost of 3 or more. So you're cheaping out for half of what it originally costs. And it's also fun to note that this would be a Son Goku childhood going into a Son Goku, which opens the door for a lot more different styles of play. We've seen this already with the Z leader for Gotenks going from Gotenks into Gotenks Adolescence, so it allows us to kind of skip timelines and kind of vary up the gameplay like that. And I think that's really cool from a multitude of different perspectives. And yeah, I think it's something that a lot of people can get excited about. What will be interesting, and I don't know if we will ever see this, is like say taking Son Goku and then making it Goku GT, because then it's a bit of weird canonicity issues. But who knows? We've placed a Gotenks Adolescence on top of Gotenks, so that's also a bit weird. If your leader is green when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore and barrier, KO it. Really good effect. Definitely would recommend this card. I mean, it's spot removal, if nothing else. For free, it's quite costly, but then we get onto the activate main, which is if your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you place one of your green Saiyan, Airfling, or Namekian cards from your Z energy at the bottom of your deck. You play this card from your hand. So essentially, all it's costing you is 1 Z energy and 2 green energy to then KO something, ignoring barrier. And I think that's pretty darn good. And then it being a Son Goku allows us to open up the doors to many different avenues regarding strategies, different styles of play, and any evolution targets that may or may not come from it. I believe there is a Dragon Fist Goku that may benefit from this card. I would have to double check and let you know, but right now, positive vibes from this card. Our another fated rival is Piccolo Jr. So it's another SR. We have actually seen both SPRs for this card without the text. It kind of pays homage to the World Martial Arts Tournament's SPRs, where it's the same art but different perspectives. And we've got a 6 drop with 3 specified green instead of 4, 0-5 combo, and 25k power. This one's got dual attack, evolve for 2 on Piccolo Jr. with an energy cost of 3 or more. Also, if your leader is green, when its card attacks, your opponent discards 1 card from hand. So on dual attack, note that this isn't once per turn or limit 1 or anything like that. It is simply you can swing and ditch 2 cards from your opponent's hand, provided they don't do anything to stop that. Activate main, limit 1 green. If you have Son Goku Fated Rival, which is the card we just talked about, in play, you can play this card from your hand and then choose up to one of your opponent's Unison cards and remove 1 marker for each card in your Z energy, which is absolutely nuts, right? Most, considering you can do Z energy off of every swing, and there are plenty of cards that let you combo from the dark zone, drop zone, drop area even. There is so much that you could potentially do with this, and we could definitely see this in green. Like we've seen very much remove a marker, remove 2 markers, I think is like the max we've seen before. But this guy just opens it up to KO a Unison. Even if, right, like say you're playing this strategy and you get your opponent's Unison down to 1. I mean, you're swinging on a double strike there, and then you bring this guy out. You can easily get rid of a Unison by doing this. Especially if you're only removing 1, 2, or 3. Even 3 markers would be enough for most Unisons. There are the turtle Unisons. I mean, this is a great answer for green against what's its name? The Majin Buu, the Boonison, that Blue has. Like, so you can easily just drop this guy. You do have to do the activate main, so it is a combo that you have to do with Son Goku Fated Rival, but given all of the World Marshal stuff that we've seen this set, and none of it's potentially leader locked, I think you could do something really fun here with maybe announcer. We've also got the Green Goku from that is a World Martial Arts Tournament leader as well. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes, especially with the new Roshi stuff as well. It's a really cool SR. I think it's got a lot of utility to it. And not only does it go to green hand control, which is, green kind of likes to live in that bubble. But it's also Unison removal, so two great assets. And now that Unison Warrior Series is over, I hope we see more of this kind of able to deal with Unisons in a nice way. Um, yeah, really cool card. Really cool card. And yeah, I'm excited to see what people do with it. Then we got Krillin Skrills Improved, a 5 cost 2 specified green, 0/5, 20k. This guy's just a rare, but he looks so good. Really a big fan of this card. Critical dual attack, so that's nice. Auto, limit 1, pay 1 green. If you have 3 or more energy and you choose one of your green Turtle School Krillin childhoods, so again, this is Krillin and not a Krillin childhood, cards with an energy cost of 1 and place it in its owner's drop. When one of your cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, play this card from your hand. So I think this is the payoff, right? I think this is the payoff to the playing the cards from the field in your opponent's battle area because they're weak and they're in rest mode, so you can easily swing into them. So, and you're sacking off your 1-drop Krillins. Okay, I would have to test it and like figure out the combo, but in my head this is really fun. I mean, critical dual attack on a 20k that you're paying for 1 is pretty nuts, to be fair. Granted, it has no protection, but I'm paying it for 1. I can only do it once per turn, but I'm essentially getting a crit times 2. And as you know, you always have the Champa East Kai kind of strategy, so this could easily turn into 3 or 4 critical damage. Auto limit 1. If this card is in a battle, when your opponent activates a counter, they discard 1 card from their hand. So this is limit 1, thankfully. But if you swing crit into your opponent and they counter, they're going to lose a card from hand on top of the card that they're already countering with. So that's really huge. So I really do like this card. And really makes your opponent think about, do I want to counter this card? Can I combo out of it? But then they're open to the double strike risks. So it's a really cool card for a rare. Excited to see its utility in play. Then we get onto a very deep cut of a character. So this is cool that we're still seeing new characters appear in Dragon Ball that are from the original source material, right? So we've got Urin, Crane School, Witchcraft Master. I was hoping we see more Crane School. We haven't actually seen that much Crane School, given that Master Roshi's rival, like the Tien and stuff with the Crane School garb. It's one of my favorite looks for Tien. So it's a one cost green Unison. Empower green 4. If this card has 5 or more markers on it when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That's alright. Activate main +2. Choose up to one of your green battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less. It gets 5k for the turn. That's again okay, but it's a nice +2. -4. Activate main. Choose up to one of your green leaders. It gets 5k and double strike for the turn. So as somebody's nicely pointed out there in a comment, that this kind of does work with Green Cooler based on the Empower and just getting big amounts of markers onto your Unison. I don't know how viable it would be, but it's a cool little interaction nevertheless. And I'm also really excited to see where this kind of goes as a Unison for some of the decks. Because a +5 on double strike on some of, say, the Z leader for Piccolo, that's a 25, 30 double strike crit at that point. And that's nothing to scoff at. Then we get Yamcha skills improved, so it has the same effect roughly as the Krillin, except this guy, he draws and you can play him. And then he has a really cool limit. I mean, aside from this, probably one of the best uncommon artworks we've ever had in the game. Love seeing Spirit Ball, you don't see it enough. When this card attacks and KOs a battle card, switch it to active mode and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. Energy cost survival less than KO it. Doesn't ignore barrier, but man, like this is like this can like they're not doing too much, but they're all restanding and hitting again, and they're coming out for fairly cheap based on one drops. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. And then we have Son Goku skills improved. So this is a Son Goku childhood that can be evolved on top of. It has got the one of bringing this guy out for one. When this card attacks and KOs a battle card, switch it to active mode, and your opponent discards a card from hand. So really, really effective against the cards that you're playing on your opponent's battle zone, really. And I think that's a really cool thing to acknowledge. It's 20k base, 0-5 combo, nothing else, but like for one energy, bringing this guy out and then making your opponent discard. If you pair this with that Piccolo Jr. rival card, like there is and the Krillin, there's a lot of potential for this like hand control here, in rather fun ways, right? Because there is a reason for them to do it, right? This card has to KO a battle card, so that means you have to defend that battle card. It's not just like uninteractive hand control where I pay 2 energy to rip 2 cards from your hand. Like, you have to fight for that discard, and I think that's really cool. Then we've got Piccolo Jr. Vengeance Reborn. It is a free cost with 1 specified green, 0-5, 15k. Barrier, that's kind of worrying. Counter attack limit 1 if your leader is a green King Piccolo or green Piccolo Jr. Negate the attack and play this card. When your life is at 3 or less and you have a King Piccolo or Demon Clan card, both of them have to be green. And with an energy cost of 2 or more in your battle area, you can activate this counter card. Oh my gosh, so it's a free play this card essentially if you're at 3 or less life, which we know if we go into the Z leader Piccolo, it's at 2 life. So having this be free, I mean that explains the limit. And then it's a barrier, and then you can combine it with a King Piccolo to get draw off of this. This is getting really scary as an archetype. I'm not a huge fan of green per se. Like, the only green decks I've really loved is like Broly from set 1. But I can't lie, this Piccolo Jr. stuff, it's exciting to me. Like, it's really exciting to me. Like, I kind of dig it. Like, I wasn't super sold on the red stuff. I mean, obviously it was like hindsight 2020. It was a really strong deck, but like this to me does things that I think's fair and fun, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. The Turtle School stuff, yeah, like I'm excited to mess around with it as well. Like, Untapped Potential is going to be a lot of fun. It's something that they've kept from the Unison Warrior series, is keeping these decks fun. But also I think there is a noticeable power increase. I don't want to say that because I feel like these are more... I think these are more legacy support rather than just trying to shoehorn new strategies in. But they're also new strategies, if that makes sense. Like, it's the best of both worlds. Like, this Piccolo, for example, it's a new strat, but it's also, like, it also can tie in to what's come before. This Goku especially, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where we go with this. So that's all for the green reveals today, guys. Let me know what you think. What was your favourite card that we saw today? I think mine has to be this Piccolo Jr. Fated Rival, followed up by this Yamcha Skills Improved, mainly because this artwork is just so stupidly good. But yeah, guys, if you want to see more thoughts and impressions on all of the new cards releasing, hit that subscribe button and join the Players Guild. I have been Scott Sedman, your Guildmaster, and I will see you next time.